Hello, welcome to the Always Curious YouTube channel. I'm Philip Kanata,
And I'm Braden James.
and Braden and I today would like to tell you a story about the fact that we became disillusioned with physics and its actual being able to tell us what reality is like after I, for instance, got my PhD and Braden got his undergraduate degree, and we'd like to each recount that story because it's going to be the first video in the playlist on No Road to Reality. Penrose wrote a book on The Road to Reality, which ended up not showing that physics conveys anything about reality. So we're going to have a little playlist on No Road to Reality. And so I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Back when I was in senior in high school taking physics, my teacher, great teacher, told us about quarks, and they were just being sort of thought about at the time. I think it was 1967, and said, physics is really going to uncover what reality is about. And he did it in such a way that it was like, wow, I want to be a physics major. I want to learn what reality is about. And I was a physics major. I got me my PhD in physics. I did all the math that you have to do that. And guess what? Physics doesn't tell us anything about reality. And I can say that personally because I've been through it. Um, and it's a shame. And well, anyway, that's my story. Let's hear from Braden.
Shame. It is a shame. I would say, fortunately and unfortunately, I didn't go through to the PhD pathway. Maybe I saved myself some restless nights.
Yeah.
Maybe I caught wind of what was going on a little sooner. Who knows?
Yeah, Braden's a
So
lot smarter than me.
yeah. Let's break it down to two elements for me. I think it's the content and the culture of physics. So very similar to you, I got really into physics in high school. I really just loved the idea of finding the knowns or solving the uncertainty in situations, I guess is probably a better way to frame it. It felt like physics, at least in the high school sense, was like, okay, if you take a situation, if you apply a certain equation or concept to it, you get a known at the end of the day.
Yep.
Uh, and it felt like that was the solutions to reality. And you're right, it feels like it's infinitely, it can um it can be with enough information you can solve reality, I guess is really the concept.
Understand it. Yeah, exactly.
Um, and so that's what I'm going to call the content. And so you follow the content through physics. And what I really started to understand was the further down the track I went, the more we took all of these previous concepts where we were really solving something and really getting to a known. And we took those concepts and said, actually, it's not really how it works. We really don't know how. It's actually pretty unknown. We still haven't really solved it. And so you enter this world with a promise of answers to big questions, and all you get is just bigger questions. That leads me to the culture. Now, the culture, you've experienced it. Anybody who's gone through, well, this may upset people who are really love the academia track, but anybody who's gone through the academia track really
Yeah.
understands that it's a game of pride. It's a game of trying to be smarter than the guy next to you. And so you end up with this melting pot of minds who nobody really wants to collaborate with each other. They all really want to outshine each other. And as they all enter this void of the unknown, they start to create their own concepts to solve those problems in an effort to be the glorious hero at the end of the day. Maybe that's a good culture for some. For me, I was like, this is just crazy. As we talk about in plenty books and plenty blog posts, it really just leads to pseudo religions all over the
Yes,
place, popping up all over the
exactly.
place. And so
Exactly.
yeah, I would say the content and the culture are both pretty off-putting. And yeah, I just sniffed that out. It was like, no, I'm
No,
going to be so
I'm not gonna do what Phil did.
not that rat race.
All right. Well, that's good. That's what we wanted here. So yeah, we're gonna start. a playlist on YouTube now of little videos that sort of demonstrate, especially using quantum physics, of course, that physics does not give us a road to reality.
Yeah, I love it.
All right.